Ano nga ba ang stock market at investing? Our video ngayon will delve in the complex world of stocks and investing. Bibigyan namin kayo ng overview tungkol sa stock market, investing stocks, money traps, and many other untold truths about money. We'll show you how the intelligent investor manages their traded funds in our video today of the stock market for beginners. Aside from that, bibigyan namin kayo ng sapat na financial knowledge for how to invest in 2021 and what terms like index funds and buy the dip. So pay attention at makinig kayo ng mabuti sa market guide as we introduce you sa complex world of stocks and investing. But before that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what you learned sa video na ito and how much are you willing to invest. Before natin i-consider ang stocks and investing, we need to know one thing tungkol sa pera. As time passes, ang value ng pera natin ay bababa because of something na tinatawagan natin as inflation. In 2008, ang isang kilo ng bigas costed 32.71 pesos. Sa 2018, ang presyo niya ay nasa 44.99 pesos at sa 2021, ang current price ng isang kilong quality rice ay 63 or more. So in just 13 years, halos nagdoble na ang presyo ng bigas and by consequence, ang peso as a currency lost more than half sa kanyang value. Most countries aim to keep ang inflation rate nila between 2 to 2.5% kada taon. Pero ang nangyayari is that ang current inflation rate sa bansa natin ngayon jumped to 4.5%, halos doble din sa ideal value. And ang 4.5% is the value na nawawala sa ating pera every year, meaning ang pag-save ng lahat ng pera natin sa bank account actually becomes a problem over time. And that brings us sa topic natin ngayon, investing. Investing is ang idea of using ang pera natin to make more money para matalo natin ang rate na ito. Most probably, narinig nyo na ang term na stocks o stock market and how it's an easy way para i-invest ang pera mo. But what even is the stock market? Paano tayo magsimula sa pag-invest natin dito? And is it truly as profitable like other people say? What is the stock market? Well, a market is a simple place kung saan tayo pwede mag-buy and sell ng mga items. In the Philippines, ang economy natin is fueled on a wide array of markets. Halimbawa, ang fruit market deals with the buying and selling of fruits. Ang real estate market deals with the buying and selling of houses and residential properties. And finally, ang stock market deals with the buying and selling of, you guessed it, stocks. Which begs the question, ano ba talaga ang stocks? Ang stock or share are basically pare-pareho. They can be used interchangeably para mag-refer sa part ownership sa company. For example, if my company, let's say, Bakery X ay may total of 10 shares, the founder of the company and owner owns 100% ng company niya. If ang founder ay nagmamay-ari ng 5 shares, then they own 50% of the company and so on. Now, ang pinaka-common na term sa mga people who are not the owners of company pero own shares ay tinatawag nating shareholders. Pero this asks another question. Bakit as a business owner, bakit kayo mag-decide na ibenta nyo ang shares ng sarili mong company? Imagine nyo, ikaw ang may-ari ng Bakery X. Business is going well and even sometimes, ang customer nyo ay naglilinya even outside sa pinto. But we're dreaming big. You truly believe na world-class ang bakery at ang products na napuproduce dito. And so gusto nyo i-expand ang business nyo. You want to open more branches, hire more workers, run bigger marketing campaigns. Pero bago yun, you need to raise more capital or pera para sa inyong company. Now, pwede kayong pumunta sa bank at mag-ask to borrow money. Pero that means paying interest for a loan they might not even give kasi they deem you too risky. Another way para makuha nyo ang pera for expansion is to open your company to investors, to which ibebenta nyo ang shares ng inyong company. Pwede nyong gawin itong private and sell only sa mga trusted friends nyo who believe sa inyong company. Or you can sell publicly and anyone na gustong bumili ng shares sa inyong company will be able to buy. Ang isa na factor of going public as a company is determining the amount of shares na gusto nyo i-make available for purchase. Now, ang initial price o value ng each share of your company is determined how well your company is doing financially. Depende din ito sa value ng mga similar businesses sa area nyo. Like if may ibang bakery na nearby sa inyo and will act as competition. And finally, nagdidepende din ito sa demand sa shares nyo when you start selling them. Now, tignan natin ito sa side natin. Sa side ng mga investors na gusto mag-invest at bumili ng shares sa company. Say you're just starting sa world of investing. At nakita mo sa index na Bakery X is doing well and that malaki ang prospect nito maging nationwide or kaya world-class na business. So excited kayo to see na the owner made shares available at a price of 20 pesos per stock, a bargain price para sa aspiring small business owner. So the first thing na dapat ninyong gawin is to identify kung ilang shares base sa ibinigay ng owner ang bibilhin nyo. Sabihin natin the owner made available 500,000 shares para sa public to invest in at gusto niyong bumili ng 1,000 shares at 20 pesos each. So gagastos kayo ng 20,000 pesos para mag-buy in a company ngayon din. Next step is maghanap kayo ng stockbroker para siya na ang mag-manage sa details sa purchase mo. Or if mas knowledgeable ka with computers, pwede kayo na mismo ang bumili ng shares online. Or if malaki na ang company like San Miguel, SM, or Jollibee, makikita nyo ang index fund value nito sa Philippine Stock Exchange and you can buy it digitally instead. Pero sa ating mga Pinoy first-time investors, if available ang options to purchase directly galing sa owner, like if close friends or neighbors lang kayo, then go ahead and do it. Ang bottom line is that you now have a share sa company nila, ang pera na nilagay mo will grow in proportion sa share price ng company niya. How to make money using stocks. And now the fun part, how do we actually make money after bumili tayo ng stocks? Well, before we get into the technicals, kailangan natin intindihin that the price of a share is determined based on the demand of that share. Take for example, kung mag-release ng news ang Apple that they're selling a brand new iPhone, makaka-expect tayo mag-increase ang demand ng shares sa Apple as confidence grows and people expect the value of the stock to increase with the release of their product. Dahil dito, sellers want to be paid more para sa kanilang shares and buyers are willing to pay more than market price, for those shares para makabuy-in sila sa company. Ang resulta nito is the price of Apple stock rises as the demand for it increases. So now that naiintindihan na natin ang mechanism na yan, balik tayo sa Bakery X na ang mga investors na bumili ng shares galing sa company. If naalala nyo na ang mga shareholders ng Bakery X bought it noong 20 pesos pa lang ang value ng share niya. But let's say after 5 years umasenso na ang company at naging nationwide ang mga branches nito. Not only that, but they announced na magre-release sila ng bagong flavor sa kanilang baked goods na siguradong patok na patok sa mga masa. And seeing an announcement na ito, you, as a shareholder ng Bakery X, predict na maraming tao ang bibili after na-release ang flavor na ito. And it turns out, tama ka! Dahil sa success ng bagong flavor nila, tumaas ang value ng kanilang stock to 120 pesos per share. And now, ang daming mga new investors ang gustong mag-buy in sa company, in the hopes na tataas pa ang price nito. Now you already made 6 times ang initial investment amount mo ng 20 pesos per share. Basically, ang investment mo 5 years ago na 20,000 pesos ay nagtubo at naging 120,000 pesos. Now there are 2 things na pwede mong gawin sa point na ito. You can sell your shares and pocket the difference. If gawin mo yan, you leave the company with 100,000 pesos worth of growth galing sa 20,000 pesos investment mo. Or the second option na magawa mo is hold on sa shares mo for a longer time para mag-grow ito following ang boom sa pag-release ng bagong product. You have to weigh the chances if gusto mong ibenta ang shares mo ngayon or maghintay further hanggang magiging 150 or 200 pesos ang value ng shares sa Bakery X. That's how you play the game. Now imagine if nag-invest kayo in multiple successful companies aside from Bakery X. At this point, since you diversified your portfolio, marami ka ng options when it comes to what shares ang gusto mong ibenta and what shares you want to keep para sa future investments nyo. Be warned though, ang mga companies around you, only a few of them ay parang si Bakery X. Warnings and precautions when investing. Tandaan nyo, you will encounter people na nagpapromise sa'yo na you'll get high returns sa pera nyo in a short amount of time. Don't believe these people. Do your due diligence. I-research mo muna ang companies or small businesses that you plan to put your hard-earned money into. Second, marahil na maririnig mo ang phrase na buy the dip. Ang ibig nitong sabihin na the best time to buy stocks ay hindi sa moment na tumataas sila, but the moment where bumaba siya sa point that you can afford to buy in sa shares nila. Third, never invest more money than you are willing to lose. Ang most common mistake sa mga amateur investors ay they invest a lot of money sa kanilang portfolio that nahihirapan silang mamuhay comfortably after. See to it na you only invest up to 10% sa inyong net income sa mga investments. That way, in case matalo kayo at mawalan kayo ng pera, it won't be a significant worry dahil 10% lang ang ininvest nyo. And that's it para sa video na ito. Sana ma-apply nyo ang information na ito sa journey nyo into the complex world of stocks and investing. Thanks for watching, and God bless!